Guys, the first two episodes of Inuyashiki were phenomenal, but this episode right here is telling me straight up that by the time this finishes, this is going to be one of my favorite anime, period. And Inuyashiki, as a character, is one of my favorite anime characters, period, as of right now. There's nothing bad you can say about this old man. Like, he literally is trying to help any and everyone he can without getting, famous for it, without getting the glory, without getting paid. He's doing it just because he's a legit good guy. He's not trying to be, a famous superhero. He's not trying to get rich off of it. He's doing it just because he's pure of heart. Like, even when he saved the people from this burning building in this episode, he said, hey, don't tell the media, don't tell the police, forget that you even saw me. He doesn't even really necessarily want a thank you, because when people do thank him, he's like, oh, that's okay, it's okay, I'm just glad you're okay. And that right there just makes me fall in love with this guy's character. No homo. But this guy is a fucking awesome old man. Like, legit, when he passed those cats at the end of this episode and one of them got hit and he started crying and he was like, what do I do? Do I take it to a hospital? Do I run? Do I take it in the car? He was legit feeling sad because he couldn't save a cat. Although he did at the end, he found out that he has like godlike healing powers and he can cure cancer. And it's even shown at the end of the episode that he's going into like clinics and curing people of their illnesses, cancer, paralysis, anything and everything without being journalized, without getting paid for it, just because he wants people to live happy, because that makes him feel alive. How can you hate somebody like that? How can you dislike Inuyashiki? There were a lot of funny parts in this episode that I don't think were intentionally made to be funny, but they were to me, like how Inuyashiki confronted those thugs that were about to kill this guy just for saying, hey, you can't cut in line. But let me say that this town or city, wherever the hell they are, is fucked up. In the first episode, we got kids trying to kill a homeless man just because he's homeless. In this episode, we got thugs trying to kill this guy just because he spoke up for himself. I mean, this place is fucked up, but back on track. When Inuyashiki confronted those thugs, and he was just swinging wildly. It's like, I love that he's not just automatically badass. Whenever his punches or attacks land, they do damage just because of his, robotic, weaponized body. But he doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't, you can blatantly see he's just swinging wildly, and he got lucky that the hits actually connected. I'm just liking this development so far. He's not OP, but he is OP at the same time. Like, who the hell else do you know can knock out people by swinging like this? And also that scene when he was learning to fly, that was fucking hilarious. And I love the Astro Boy reference. But when he got to the place that was on fire, how he just fell out the sky, I can't help it. I laughed out loud a little bit. But he is the direct opposite of Hiro. Hiro can do all these things too. He can cure cancer if he wanted to. He even says it in this episode. But he's like, nah, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna go along killing people. And how he defended his friend was pretty cool. There was nothing wrong with that because they were kind of assholes. But how he killed them in front of girls, they were just trying to get some ass, dog. You ain't gotta, that's the most effective way to cock block. It's the most fucked up way to cock block, but that's the most effective because, hey, they can't get any vagina if they're dead. But I mean, seriously, dude, come on. Your friend got beat up, he got bullied. You should beat them up also. Don't kill him. And even his friend was like, hey man, you're going way too far. I believe his name was Ando or something like that. He was like, I don't even want to be cool with you anymore. Don't come to my house anymore. And how Hiro said, hey, just make sure you come to school. I'll leave you alone, but don't skip school anymore. So if he skips school again, if Ando skips school, will Hiro be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to kill you too. And that would be some shit. And at the end of this episode, when Hiro shot a dog, I thought that was the old man's dog. And I was like, oh shit. I'm about to say Inuyashiki is about to get into your ass, man. Because there's only so far you can push anybody before they retaliate. But turns out it was just some random people's house. And it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like this psychotic ass bitch, pussy ass motherfucker killed another family and a baby. Not like a kid, like in the last episode, but a baby, like an infant, newborn maybe even. Like, that is fucked up. I mean, we didn't see it, but we heard the baby crying and we heard a bang. And after the bang, the baby was silent. That's fucked up. This guy needs to be dealt with, like, ASAP. I hope Inuyashiki, I mean, it's obvious that he wants to deal with the problems without killing people, at most humiliate them and make sure they don't do it again, like at the end of the first episode when he put all those people's, all those kids' information out on the internet or whatever. But I hope he makes an exception for Hito. I hope he kills them. Although Hito is a very interesting villain so far. I don't like him, but I like him as a villain, if that makes sense. Like his character really makes us hate him and makes us want Inuyashiki to kick his ass even more. So in turns, that makes the show better, if that makes any sense. He's not a good guy, but he's a good-ass villain. On one side, we have Inuyashiki. He feels alive when he helps people, saves people, all that jazz. And on the other side, we have Hito. He feels alive when he kills people. So eventually, we are going to see them clash, and their ideals are going to be conflicting. Now, the question is, if Hito kills Inuyashiki's children or wife or dog, I can actually see the dog being a thing, because I mean, come on, it seems like it's going to happen. When we got confirmation that Hito's dog died, and like I said in my last video, I think maybe Hito actually did kill his dog, because that's usually where cycles start. I don't see him having a problem killing his dog. He doesn't have a problem killing babies, so he'll kill a dog, and that may push Inuyashiki to the edge. Like, hey, I don't like killing, but this guy is going to cause more killing than I ever would. So killing him would be better for mankind or whatever, because Inuyashiki is such a fucking gentle old man, and I really don't want to see him pushed to that point, like pushed over that line to actually want to kill someone. But someone has to put a stop to this guy, and the only other person that we know of so far anyway that has the power to do so is Inuyashiki. Although it is shown that Hito has a much better grasp on his powers, because Inuyashiki is just learning to fly in this episode, and Hito, he took off like a fucking jet in this episode, so it's obvious he knows a lot more about his body than Inuyashiki does. But once he gets there, because it's obvious he will, because in the opening we see Inuyashiki flying around some buildings, you know, fast as hell, in complete control, dodging attacks. It looks like the same beams of light that Inuyashiki did in the first episode, but Hiro was doing them, trying to chase after Inuyashiki. So we're going to get a showdown, you know, from them eventually. I'm not exactly sure how many episodes of this anime season there are. Hopefully 24, because I love this shit, man. This anime is amazing. I know I'm fangirling, but this is by far the best anime of this season to me. You know, come at me, bro, all you want to. Black Clover. I mean, Black Clover is a different type of anime. It's the best anime of this season for that genre, for like, you know, like shonen, you know, cliche-ness. But this right here, overall, badass read. I love this anime. I love Inuyashiki. He's such an awesome old man. Damn. Damn. I don't know what else to say, man. This anime is awesome so far. This episode got me further hyped to actually see them meet up again, because I thought they were going to fight, but let's get real. Inuyashiki probably would have got his ass whooped, because it's obvious Hito has way more knowledge of his abilities. So I'm kind of glad he did fly away when he did. Inuyashiki is learning that he can heal things. He's learning that he can fly now. He's learning more about his body, so maybe once he gets, you know, knowledge of what he can do 100% or almost 100%, then they'll meet up again. But I have a feeling Hito is going to stumble across the wrong house. He's going to go in Inuyashiki's house, maybe kill his dog, maybe his kids, or even his wife, and the Inuyashiki is going to go fucking ham, man. I already see that coming. I thought it happened in this episode when he shot the dog, until I remember the dog's name was Hanako and not whatever the hell the lady said the dog's name was in this episode. So I thought we already got a pissed off Inuyashiki coming, but it looks like we're going to have to wait. But I'm calling it now. It's going to happen. And the manga readers for this series have told me that a lot of shit is going to go down, and Hito and Inuyashiki, they have interesting dynamics. I'm glad I haven't been spoiled on too much, but man, I can't wait to see what happens next. But tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Inuyashiki fall season anime for the win. Man, anyway, this has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.